Viewer discretion is advised. This video discusses sensitive topics including suicide. If you are struggling, please consider reaching out to a mental health professional or a helpline in your area.
We've arrived in Nagasaki. It's now 4:45. We've been on the train since 7 a.m. and we've been up since 5:15. I'm hungry, thirsty, and there's a little bit of grumpiness happening. So we're gonna go out and eat and then explore a little bit of what's around here. Me and Mark actually stayed at this hotel 10 years ago to the date, and nothing's changed. It's exactly the same, old elevators, old style lobby. It's an old Portuguese style hotel, which is really, did you destroy the toilet already?
I didn't.
Good, all right. So let's go and grab something to eat and we'll do a quick tour of the hotel because the hotel is stunning. And they've got Captain Kirk's toilets, bathtub, stuff like that. Let's go. That's your room. Oh, what do you think of the room?
I actually quite like it.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a nice vibe to it.
It's got a nice view as well.
It's got personality.
It does. It's unique.
It has
I
personality.
mean, it's as unique as our room because it looks exactly the same. Courtyard. Have you seen the courtyard, Amanda? Come and look at the courtyard. It's awesome. Beautiful place. Oh, nothing's changed. I'm sure they've painted it or something, but beautiful place. Look at the walls, Amanda. So yeah, Hotel Monterey in Nagasaki. Monterey. Monterey.
Monterey.
English. Potato, tomato, tomato.
Doesn't have a C or a K.
Oh, now we need to eat something. But yeah, Nagasaki, awesome place. Highly recommend to visit. So we're in the middle of Nagasaki trying to track down a knife shop. Me and Mark were here 10 years ago, and on our way back from the Nagasaki bomb site we found this knife shop, which is how many generations? 14 generations of knife making. We want to track it down so we can say hello. Hopefully the guy remembers us. And then Mike wants to buy a knife. Yep. So this guy made some pretty impressive knives. So we're now on a mission to find this place. Don't know how, because there was no metadata and photos from them.
Yeah.
They're still using these old type of trains, and it costs $1.40 to ride it. So every time you get on, get off, you got to put $1.40 in. So you got to be careful, because we made that mistake once. I think we're getting closer. I think. Warmer. Here it is. This is definitely it. Okay. Definitely getting close because I fed koi fish here, and while I was feeding them, the pigeons stole all my bread that I was feeding them. And Mark was laughing from top of the bridge as he was recording me. So it's somewhere around here. But look at these beautiful old bridges.
Around it, we have photos of inside it. We don't have any photos of
the outside.
The outside of the shop.
While we're looking for this knife shop, I'm reminded how beautiful Nagasaki is, even though it was bombed by the second nuclear bomb. A lot of it got missed because they hit it in the wrong place. So all this old architecture and bridges are still left behind. Like, look at that one there. It's stunning.
5 minutes later.
What are we doing? Oh yeah? Yep, okay, come on. Come on. I actually got someone to Google it inside the shop.
Yeah.
Just couldn't find it. I mean,
The thing is, it might be up one of these sites.
it's so familiar.
No, it was on the road because we were walking.
We were walking along, yeah, we were walking along here.
Are we crossing?
He's sneakily feeding the fish. So, but this guy is sneakily looking around and then sneakily feeding the koi fish.
"15 minutes later."
何店か東京
We are now asking locals, but so far no luck. We can't remember where we found it. Let's keep going.
I don't know.
Don't know?
You live here?
Yeah.
There used to be very old knife shop.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, is it like, is there
We've now resorted to asking locals. We're all desperate to find this knife shop.
For Mark's sake.
For Mark's sake. He may have to remain here for the next 2 weeks.
前あったお店がもう閉まってるというか他に変わっちゃってるんですよね。閉まって、この方の顔をね、私
We came here 10 years ago and we found the shop by accident. It is a 14th generation knife shop. Maybe he's pulling out an old Refidex.
Maybe.
This shop is cool.
例えば
Oh.
いやこれはね電話帳でしてテレあったらなんこの通り、この方はね私知らないのね。
Okay.
ありがとうございます。
いらっしゃいませ。
This guy, is it right next door?
はもっと先の方にあります。多分そのお店は。
Sorry.
Translate.
もっとね左側の方にあるんじゃないかな。そうそうそうそう。
It's on, he thinks it's on the
はい
left.
そうそうそうそう。
Okay, ありがとうございます。
はい。
Oh my god. Oh my god, we're getting close, but all of our batteries are running low. Everyone's pointing that way. That means we walked past it. I know how to get back to the hotel. We need to find this knife shop now. Like, we are now determined. We are now committed.
He seemed pretty confident.
I came in here.
This is the.
This is actually like super.
That's what it looks like.
No, it doesn't look like this window. It doesn't
You
look
sure?
like this window.
No?
No. You two got
Oh my
a
goodness.
bit excited.
If we find it, I'll be like.
We found wooden windows which looked like.
There's
were
another
looking
set
for.
of wooden windows ahead of us.
Yes.
So now with this next bit, I thought I'd just mention, we found a window that looked really similar to the photo that Mark took 10 years ago. So Paul went in and we followed. But what we discovered next was very unexpected, to be honest. So viewers' discretion is advised, as some of the topics that will be discussed might be triggering. So take care with this next section.
Neck hanging.
What?
He himself.
Yes.
Himself.
This guy?
Is this the shop? Is this the shop?
This
Say
shop.
so loudly.
They
Just
eh?
speak.
Yeah. No. He is dead yet. No.
No more.
No.
Oh.
Wow. Tell the story. Yeah, let me speak. We came here 10 years ago. We are looking for the shop so we can buy a knife from him.
It's difficult. He goes to the heaven.
We hope so.
Is it?
We hope. Do you know when he died?
Or 7 years old.
Ago.
Yes.
Oh wow, before COVID. Wow.
Oh, sorry, Mark.
Because this his shop very old. He told us his shop was a 14th generation family shop.
So is there another knife shop that's as good?
そういう話になってるけれど、実質上は直系の店ではない。
Virtually no direct line of business.
Okay,
And
okay.
not long ago, 菊一文字 菊一文字 is his shop.
Yeah.
で 14th century
Yeah.
Yes.
Even
刀鍛冶要するに
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
want to buy.
Yeah.
え
He made
Next-
big
next
knives.
7代なんだ違うhis family is not 刀鍛冶 but 研ぎ師
Not sharpener.
No sharpener.
Sharpener.
No sharpener.
Oh,
only sharpener
only sharpener.
They,
Our previous generation make a knife. This generation just sharpener. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, it's okay.
my company house
House.
but
They
Fresh.
bring it down. A new building. So this was the knife shop, but after he the company took the house down and built something new. Wow, I knew like the minute I saw those windows, because the window looked same. Your window looked same, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna check.
Annoys me is
That's the way I
that
was looking for it.
no, because when Lumi was getting her picture drawn, across from there was a shop that was the full Monty, did all of it, made it, had like the examples of the forgings that they did to get to the knife, and I'm just like, and I just looked at the girl, and I'm thinking, no, I want to go to the place in Nagasaki.
I kind of felt like, you know, with COVID and everything that's been going on financially, people just shut businesses. I'm sorry. I mean,
I could have gone home happier thinking that he'd moved shop and no one knew where he'd moved
no,
to.
you know what? This is I don't know how to explain it. It's the, you know what it is? It's the end of the story because
I'm not sad. Oh, look, I'm pretty upset for him, like, because
Yeah.
obviously it's a terrible thing. I'm bitterly disappointed because it was one of the things on my list that I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I went back and the guy went, oh, you two guys, and I bought a
yeah,
knife from him.
yeah.
And now it's like, no, yeah. So now it's like a case of, no, That's not going to happen at all.
Well, but and that's what I mean. It's an end to the story, which means that
And to a story.
end to a story, because if we didn't find it, we would have been like, oh, we got to go back tomorrow and tomorrow.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like we would have kept
imagine.
searching
Oh,
to at least.
I was determined to find it.
Yeah, I was
Determined.
like keen to wake up really early in the morning and come for a
Would have
walk
just
with
been
you
one
here
of
at
those
6
cool
a.m.
things, because he probably would have enjoyed it, because
Oh,
10
well-
years, 2 guys that
Well,
randomly
we
show
were ready to show him. Oh, well, back here. We were ready to show him
up. Yeah, the photos.
the photos and stuff, and we wanted to take some photos with him. Wow. Wow. What an adventure, though. We'll have a drink to this guy tonight, because that was a great adventure in Nagasaki 10 years ago, and the end to the adventure now.
I think this and the original part was a perfect example of how we travel. We just random stuff.
That's right. We find random shops, meet random people, and that's how I started looking for this place. I just went, I'm just going to start opening doors and start asking random people.
No, actually, yeah, no.
Just had to be done. All right. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Let us know what you think of the story. Put up some old photos.
Thousands of tears later.
So, finally got back from a huge, massive search. Here's to you, our old knife friend, whose name we shall never know.
Yeah, we didn't even ask him his name.
We didn't even know. Well, yeah.
Oh. Bob.
Bob the Knife Man. So I guess, look, to give you a bit of a background, because we didn't really give you the background. We came to Nagasaki 10 years ago because we were getting away from a typhoon in Tokyo. That's why we came to Nagasaki. And we came to see Hashima Island, which is what we're going to do tomorrow, which is the Battleship Island.
From James Bond.
From James Bond. And so that was like on my list of things to do in Japan. So we were actually doing that tomorrow, but we couldn't land on it because the typhoon took out the landing dock. And so we were getting behind the typhoon as it was heading towards Tokyo and Fuji. So we came to Nagasaki, and we came around the same time because we caught a really early train in the morning. Like we were like, let's get the hell out of here. So we went to the train station, bought the ticket to Nagasaki. Like that was like the next train. It's like, where do we go, Nagasaki? Yep, we can get here by like I think we got here like 1:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. So we checked into this exact hotel, and then we caught the tram to the bomb site museum. We wanted to see the museum. And as we were walking back along that river, we saw all these beautiful, stunning old style bridges and koi fish in the river. But I went to buy some bread anyway, and I wanted to feed the koi fish. And as I put the bread to the side and I was feeding the koi fish, and here's a photo of me feeding the koi fish. We weren't vlogging back then, but I had a GoPro with me and I was recording the koi fish eating the bread. But I lost all the footage from the GoPro except for some of the photos. And Mark was laughing. He was standing on this bridge, pissing himself laughing. And I'm like, what's he laughing about? And I've turned around and all the pigeons went onto my bread and eaten all the bread. So I had no bread left to feed these koi fish. He was just standing there pissing himself laughing from the top of the bridge. We then started walking, as we do, because we hardly ever catch public transport. That's how we explore. We just walk. And we went and we literally were about to turn left into the shopping strip when we saw the knife shop. And Mark's like, I want to see this knife shop. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let's go see this knife shop. So we walked into the knife shop, and there's this guy sharpening the knives. Yeah. Which kind of adds up with what the old man said.
Yeah.
They no longer make the knives.
Yeah, they just sharpen.
He just sharpens them.
But man, there was some. We'll put some photos. The photos we've got. So the guy was sharpening knives, and we just sort of said hello. And the guy spoke perfect English, and we were there for
a good half an hour to an hour.
Easy. Like just talking to him, and like there was like $1,200 knives. And
no, but the big knife was like $10,000.
Yeah.
The knife that's in my hand is a $10,000 knife.
Yeah.
And as he was saying, he's 14th century or 14th generation.
Yeah.
Can't remember whether it was 14th generation or back, because he was saying 14th century. So maybe something lost in the translation. Yeah. It was 10 years ago, so we could get something wrong here. But he did say that, him and his family used to fold the knives 7 times, all this sort of stuff, which was, Mark knows more about that than I do. I don't know much about knives except how to chop stuff. The mission was to find this knife shop, and Mark wanted to buy a knife. What an awesome vlog it would be to go and buy one of these knives from this guy.
Remember us? Or
yeah, we have photos of him, and you know, friendly discount, obviously. Maybe shout him a beer or two, sit down with him, have a chat, because he spoke perfect English. So it would have been awesome to have a beer with him and go, do you remember us from 10 years ago? But like, and that's why, like in the vlog, like you see me smiling and all this sort of stuff, but I'm deep inside, I'm sad and I'm happy. I'm sad because he obviously it's not something to joke around. But I'm also happy because it ends our story here, because I would have been even more upset if we actually didn't find the knife shop.
Yeah.
And you know, me and Mark would have woken up at 6 a.m. to go and searching for this place, because I was determined. Like I
wanted to find
I'm tired,
yeah.
So I didn't want to keep looking. But I was keen to wake up in the morning and go again. So yeah, I would have been even more upset if we just never found the place.
Yeah.
So well, like again, now we got to find another knife shop. It was like we were ready to give up, because Mark was showing us the photo and it had square windows, as you saw in the photo. It had square windows, and I walked past the shop. So we're looking. We asked random people, as you saw in the video, where was this knife shop, and they were saying, you know, it's here, it's here, it's here, and so you know, obviously the guy that I found with the square windows, and I sort of was saying it's been 10 years, so therefore, you know, yes, these shops survived generations and generations and generations. And he obviously survived World War II and the bombing and all this sort of stuff. But to be honest, COVID really wiped out, the pandemic really wiped out a lot of the local businesses that were already struggling. But he obviously did this before, he ended it before the pandemic. But so I was sort of going like, I reckon he's retired, or he's moved, or he's stopped. And they've renovated the shop, or it's one of those closed garage doors. And so that's why I thought, let's go back in the morning, because it is Friday afternoon. So maybe he's ended early and gone for a drink.
We had photos of the inside of the shop and stuff outside the shop, but not a photo of the front of the shop.
And so there's a photo of me standing on one of the bridges, and Mike took a fresh photo of that again.
Yep, we'll put
we'll put the two together as well. So that's interesting. But I just saw this guy sharpening a knife or something in a newspaper, and I'm like, I gotta go in and see this guy. So I opened the door, and we were ready to give up. Like, our batteries are nearly down to zero. The translator apps are done, batteries are done, internet's done. Lumi was worn out, Amanda was worn out, I was getting worn out, Mark was getting worn out. We were pretty much done. And I thought, just this last one, square windows, this has to be it. And I walked in there, and all I see is knives.
Yeah.
All I see is knives, and I'm like, this has to be the guy. And as I turned the camera on, he's just gone, that guy. You can see it from the recording. So, wow, what an end. I'm flabbergasted. But from like one side, it would have been so awesome to see this guy and have a beer with him and talk knives, and Mike buying a knife, and we could have, you know, see you in 10 years again or something like that. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, because to me, this is one of the biggest stories we've ever done, and
it's just weird.
It's a 10-year story. So we always talk about this. Every time we talk about Japan, we always talk about this. So let us know in the comment section what you think.